Hey everybody! Welcome to the Best of Banners. Welcome to We Are So Crazy, talking about the Steve Martins. Today we're going to talk about Born Standing Up by Steve Martin, an autobiographical comedic storytelling excursion into the woods of his life. I loved this book. Like, loved. Put it up places. Slept next to it. Made sweet, respectful love to it. Steve Martin is a fantastic writer. Poignancy up the butt. One of his many talents, like he plays the banjo. He is a really great playwright, and he's a fantastic actor, as we all know, and a fantastic comedian, improv comedian. Just the works. This is a Renaissance man, if there ever twas one. Yes. Anything that he writes, it can be applicable to any person's life. People are the most important part of the journey, and that is very true in everyone's life. He specifically references a lot to his relationship with his father and his sister and his mother and his lovers and his friends. He banged some hot women, and this was even like before he was rich, before he was famous. This is just a charismatic dude who knows how to wield it, unsheathed and ready to go. Gotcha. They should call it the Martin. That funny charismatic guy that you're like, oh, this guy's cool, and then you just wake up next to him. Like, I didn't know he was that funny. That's called the Martin, though. When you have someone like Steve Martin who goes through such an uproar of celebrity to transition into being a superstar, and how lonely that can be, and how, he kind of felt like a dick saying, like, oh, I'm so lonely at the top. Oh, me. And he got out his tiny little violin, and then he played it with his penis. Steve Martin was in the game for a long ass motherfucking time before he became famous ever. He was on Johnny Carson like 17 times before he was recognized for being on the Johnny Carson show. Be persistent is another lesson. There's so many lessons in this book. He's like a wise old teacher that I would bang. Another wise old teacher I would bang. Add him to the list. The first is Dumbledore, who's gay. I would bang Dumbledore and his gay boyfriends. Just a threesome. Me, Dumbledore, Grindelwald, and the Elder Wand. I'd touch Steve Martin's Elder Wand. Make magic with it. The third universal truth I learned because of Steve Martin's relationship with Johnny Carson, being on Johnny Carson. I'm going to say Johnny Carson one more time. Johnny Juice, Johnny Juice, Johnny Juice! Is that you should write stuff down because you will use everything you've ever known. When you lack inspiration, you are the most inspirational person that you can find. I really liked how Steve Martin addressed his celebrity in the book, because you got to see, square one to where he's at in this current point in his life. And he takes you on a lot of little winding journeys through his love affairs and his friendships and his love of art and his family. He comes back to family because he negated his family for so long on his journey to being famous. And he didn't know that that's where it was leading to, but he was driven and he had a goal in mind to be the best that he could at what he was doing. It read like a memoir of great advice. There are a lot of comedic biographies like Mindy Kaling and Tina Fey and Rachel Dratch and all these, amazing comedians made me laugh, but I didn't learn anything. I didn't have a, I didn't have a Hodor moment. I didn't get there. I didn't climax, everyday people. But Steve Martin stood out because it actually had something to say advice-wise. It wasn't just trying to make you laugh, it was trying to make you be a human being. I really enjoyed those books, but this one is something that I'm going to read again and again because you seep value out of it every time. These are two testicles that are really far away from each other. Oh, my scrot! That's what you get! I really enjoyed this book. I think Steve Martin is a wise, sage, sexy man. He is just a Renaissance man for the ages. I think that he stands out as an example to artists everywhere and people everywhere and me. Steve Martin, you get 4 Elder Wand. No, you get 1 Elder Wand boner because there is only one and it's yours. I would recommend the Second City Almanac of Improvisation. If you like Steve Martin's Born Standing Up, you appreciate all the things that I appreciated about it from a learning perspective. And if that's what you're going for, I would recommend this book because you have a compilation of heartfelt human stories mixed in with actual games and improvisation. And I think everyone should do improv at some point in life. I think the world would be a much better place if you just learned how to play a little bit. Play with yourself, play with others, play with animals. Don't, because that's against the law. Do it in secret. Bye! You know how when you fist someone, and then sometimes you're just like, well, why couldn't I get 2 fists in there? But it's so much that it's like, this warrants a new name. And I think that should be called the rebirth, because it's like you're going back in. Just all the way in. And then you cocoon. And do an embryo. And that's how you make babies. That's your health lesson for the day. Subscribe. I'll kill your family. I'll kill them all.
No. Okay, banana. Okay.